he's still out there making noises. Sometimes my phone doesn't pick it up all the way. Great thing to wake up to, though. I don't see anybody yet. That was pretty cool, though. Apparently someone's stealing money. Oh. Good morning. Just making sure nobody was dead. I heard you yelling.
No, yeah, they're just telling the voices. While they make love, stop taking my money.
Yes, ma'am.
Stealing my money. You're stealing everything I fucking need.
Yeah, we're all out here getting screwed pretty severe, ain't we?
You know. So, ready for that? I was ready myself.
Well, I might have some crackers in my car.
You might get a cigarette.
I don't.
I'm alright, man. Okay, I'm okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm hoping they'll follow through today. The folks who said they was gonna help me. I know that statistically the chances are jack, but also statistically I should have accidentally run into a good one by now. Fucking twitties. Fuck. Perhaps I should have put on an extra hoodie. Obviously, she's not killing her mother on the back steps of the St. Albans Episcopal Church. Oh, fuck. Anyway, I got until 11. People don't understand. It's a complicated situation. So when they start talking about themselves, they're preventing me from, well, first of all, educating them on the situation. And second of all, having the time or the ability to take care of myself. That's the problem with going to all these fucking services alone. All these people telling me, go to this place and go to that place. Go with me! Go with me! Otherwise, I'm gonna end up getting all my money fucking stolen. And that's what it is at that point. when you've got fucking government officials being punk ass bitches, sending you around in fucking circles. Well, how do I get my shit together, man? Well, you're never gonna get your shit together. Yeah, you're gonna get your shit together about the time you're done chasing women, which ain't gonna happen until most of you, until you're dead. Until you have a heart attack or get into a car accident and end up a corpse. It's not gonna make any fucking difference to you. You're not the one going through it, so it must be okay. It must be fine. It must be, well, it's not fine. I'm blaming people only for the things that they did. I blame me for the things that I did. I made my choices out of desperation, whereas these people made their choices out of selfishness. How good of a person can you be when you let people harm someone you claim to care about for 6 years? How good of a friend are you at that point? I want to know. Also, that guy who wrote that song, I Wish You Pain, I really hope he ends up in prison on false charges. I think he'd probably rethink his fucking song a bit. On the bright side, I don't make you guys into the selfish pieces of shit that you are. America's gone to shit because it's no longer we the people. It's the gimme, 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 gimme state. And I'm not talking about the youngins. I'm talking about all them fucking entitled old people who think that because of their age that they should be getting special rights to treat other people like shit, to pretend that other human beings are not human beings. Now, of course, right before COVID hit, we've got all these people saying that they wish that some sort of disease would come through and get rid of all the old racist bastards. Or they say, hey, you know, this world will be better as soon as all them old racist bastards die off. Well, they're not dying off fast enough for you, are they? Are all those old racists gonna die off before your kids are starved to death or fucking shot by police? Probably not. America stands in the way of its own progress. And the American government is so busy trying to fleece the American people that there is no reason for the American people to continue. As far as taking from others, that is the American way. Matter of fact, that's actually the human way. A friend of mine used to say, it's not the white man that kills, but the white mentality. It's a good saying, especially since the first slaves that we have evidence of in history is not a color thing. We got lots of Chinese folks who used to have slaves, and Japanese folks who used to have slaves, and German folks who used to have slaves, and Russian folks who used to have slaves, and North African and South African folks who used to have slaves, North American and South American slaves. We got slaves from all over the world throughout our history being enslaved by a bunch of different people. Now, how many of y'all consider Spanish people to be white? Is a good question. You don't consider Mexicans white. So if you don't consider Spaniards white, why aren't they? What makes them different? Same language, but culturally they're different. Kind of like different parts of Indonesia. Sure, it's mostly black folks and Polynesians. However, Polynesian ancestry. If you go over there and they speak French and they're black people, does that mean that, well, let's look at Vietnam, for example. There are people, Vietnamese people and Cambodian people and Laotian people, who are very dark-skinned. There are also some that are very light-skinned. Vietnam has, of course, many stories, many horror stories that we like to tell about slave labor. Here in the United States, we have no less than 5 states that have illegal slavery on their ballots. States that are sick and tired of spending hundreds of thousands of dollars for programs that don't work, or for programs of slave labor. Meanwhile, the incentive for people willing to go out and be slaves on a work crew or in community service is that this just creates a need for prisoners. Creates a need for slaves. And it's not just men throughout history who enslaved others. It wasn't just white people who enslaved others. Every culture in history has a history of slavery. Every one of them. By the way, slavery was made illegal in Great Britain in the year 1066. Also in the year 1066, that was when the British monarchs were first coronated at Westminster Abbey, and every single monarch in Great Britain since 1066 has been coronated at Westminster Abbey. Interesting note, although the church itself is now close to 1,000 years old, that's right, in 2066, that church will be 1,000 years old. One thing that's not known, at least not popularly by Americans, is that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is on that building. There is a statue of the 20th century saints. And of course, the West Annex. The west entrance of the West Annex was built after 1066, obviously, because if it was built in 1066, there wouldn't be a statue of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. up there, would there? No. So King Charles being coronated at Westminster Abbey comes from a long history of exactly that. Monarchs being coronated at a friggin' old church. Alright, I'm running out of gas. I'm looking at the fact that it's probably close to 9 a.m. now. And being as it's pretty close to 9 a.m., let's see exactly what time it is. 8:48, so like 12 minutes until 9. She wants to go at 11, so hopefully that'll happen. Anyway, when they made the new addition for Westminster Abbey, it was built after 2000, obviously. So it's a new addition. The church itself was built in 1066, but not all of it. There's been several additions made to it since it was first made, or first constructed. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. My phone seems to be being a pain in the ass. I am fucking super low on gas, but on the bright side, at least I'm starting to warm up. People are frustrated about being abused into homelessness and then being abused for being homeless. And then because they're frustrated, you get to pretend like they're all schizophrenic. You're fucking sick in the head. Good to be with you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.